This instruction video is intended only as a guide. More detailed instructions can be found in the manual that accompanies your Rotaflex. Respiratory equipment, goggles and personal protective equipment should always be worn when using Rotaflex. With the Rotaflex disconnected from the mains electricity supply, place the motor unit on the floor close to where you will be working. Remove the front cover of the motor unit by turning the locking screws a quarter turn in either direction with a coin or screwdriver. Slacken the locking screws that will clamp the outer cover and the drive shaft in place. Slide the flexi drive through the silver aluminium collar on the front of the motor unit and fit the square sectioned end of the drive shaft into the square keyhole on the black motor shaft connector. Then firmly hand tighten it. Replace the front cover and lock the clamp screws again. Rotaflex must not be run without this cover in place. Open the cable storage compartment and take out the connecting lead and foot pedal. You may need an extension cable to reach some working areas. The foot pedal is simply an on-off switch. It does not vary the speed of rotation. Rotation speed is adjusted with the knob on the motor unit. Lead the two cables under the cutouts in the lower corners of the door as you close it, then secure the door latches. Next, ensure that the flexi drive is extended or loosely coiled, so that the drive shaft can rotate freely. Check that there is enough spare length available so that it can be fed into the spout as far as necessary, without having to move the motor unit. To prevent damage to your Rotaflex, it is important that the flexi drive is kept free of tight loops or twists, particularly close to the motor unit. Soft blue and black nylon brushes are designed for use in flour mills and are approximately 10 mm oversize for each pipe diameter. Stiff yellow and light blue nylon brushes are designed for use in maize mills and are approximately 1 to 2 mm less than the pipe diameter for the initial removal of thick, soft deposits. Brushes that are 5 mm larger than the pipe diameter are then used to remove any remaining deposits. More information on which brush or descaler to use for a particular job is included in the instruction manual. Screw the brush or descaler onto the end of the drive shaft. It's only necessary to hand tighten the cleaning tool. The rotation of the drive shaft ensures it will not come off. Rotaflex is now ready for use. Plug Rotaflex into the mains socket and turn the power switch on. The red power indicator light will illuminate. Adjust the motor speed control to approximately halfway around the scale. Hold firmly onto the flexi drive, just behind the end of the outer casing, and depress the foot pedal to test that the drive shaft rotates freely, without the flexi drive twisting up. You will find that using your Rotaflex is easiest if you begin on an upper floor and feed the flexi drive down the spout to the floor below first. Don't start the brush turning just yet though. Get a colleague on the floor below to confirm to you that the brush has reached far enough, say to the next access door. Now press the foot switch to start the brush turning and withdraw the flexible drive slowly, hand over hand, from the spout. Be careful not to force the flexible drive up or down the pipe. Allow the brush and the machine to do the work. As you work, if resistance is felt, then move the flexible drive backwards and forwards a few centimeters, while briefly tapping the foot switch on and off. Then try again, or wait for your colleague to advise you if the flexible drive sounds free of obstruction. If the flexi drive remains stuck, do not pull hard on it, but call your colleague to come and help you. If the spout is too blocked for the flexi drive to reach the next floor at all, switch the machine off. Then replace the brush with a metal flare descaler, which needs to be flared out by hand before use at half speed to break through the obstruction. Nylon descalers may also need to be flared out before use, so the centrifugal force of the flexi drive can open them up in the spout. A slightly higher rotary speed can be applied when using nylon descalers. It's important to monitor the flexi drive occasionally at the machine end when withdrawing it from the spout to ensure it doesn't become twisted. If it does twist, uncoil it in a large arc and start again. If the flexi drive twists or jams completely, the built-in thermal overload protection will turn off the motor. Should this happen, switch the machine off, withdraw the flexible drive from the spout, and allow the overload protection to cool down and reset itself automatically, while you check the flexi drive for damage and remove any twists from it. When cleaning is complete, switch off and disconnect Rotaflex from the power supply. Now unscrew the cleaning brush or descaler. Remove the front cover, disconnect the flexi drive, and finally replace and secure the cover. Return the power cable and the foot switch to the storage compartment. Then inspect the flexi drive and remove any cleaning residues. Carefully wind the flexi drive into loose coils and tie them together for storage. When not in use, the Rotaflex motor unit should be kept in a dry place, either upright or on its back, which has rubber pads to protect the casing. It is recommended that the machine casing be blown out periodically using compressed air. If you follow these instructions properly, your Rotaflex cleaning system will give you many years of reliable service.